Hi, I'm Anne-Marie from brambleberry.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you this wonderful melt and pour project on how to make succulent soaps. Melt and pour soap has been made ahead of time with added ingredients so that it melts down easily in the microwave. This means no lye, literally no sodium hydroxide for you to deal with, and it also means that this is very kid-friendly. This particular project is based on our very popular succulent mold. Now, since we came out with the succulent mold a few years ago, succulent soaps are everywhere. And this particular time, we were trying to really create that beautiful green, purple, pink succulent that is the quintessential succulent that you see sort of everywhere in magazines and when you go to really cool garden stores. This is a little bit more of an advanced melt and pour project because you do deal with temperature and color blending and that kind of thing, but it is really fun and the results are gorgeous. And a note about colors, we did a lot of experimenting on colors, and so this is really more of a technique video with some color suggestions. You're gonna wanna experiment to get the perfect colors that you love the most. We're using the Brambleberry color blocks. Brambleberry color blocks are made ahead of time with extra pigment. So that way there's no stirring. What you see is what you get. And I love them for melt and pour soap. We're also using Brambleberry's greenhouse fragrance, which is a really wonderful, interesting, complicated fragrance because my idea of a greenhouse and your idea of a greenhouse are probably different. And you can kind of see that in the reviews. It's a little bit of a controversial fragrance, but it has dirt notes, yes, it has palm notes, it has green notes in it, and of course it has some beautiful florals. I find it to be very sophisticated and super pleasurable and the perfect thing to make the succulent kind of go, oh, yeah, that is what a succulent smells like. The first thing with melt and pour soap is you always want to just chop it into smaller pieces and sizes. These then go into a microwave safe container and you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to 1 minute bursts so it melts down easily and smoothly. One of the keys to getting the color we want for this particular project is translucent soap. Translucent soap is a lot of clear. In this case, we're using the Brambleberry Aloe melt and pour base and just a little bit of white. A little bit of white goes a long way. Now that everything's cut, it's time to separate, and we're going to have at least 3 accent colors. So it's not very much soap. You are going to be left over with a little bit of this soap left over. So make sure you have like an extra mold on hand for your pinks and your dark greens and your purples. And then about 12 ounces of mostly clear soap in here. I'm going to do right about 11 ounces of clear and like about 1 ounce of white. Very little white is needed to make that translucent, but you do want the translucent just to make sure that the colors really shine through from your accent colors. And now we're gonna melt the soap in the microwave and start to figure out kind of how much of which color to put into this. It's kind of a choose your own adventure. So now I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Brambleberry Hot Pink color block, and remember, what you see is what you get. You can't ever take it out. You can always add more. I'm gonna let the heat of this melt my color block, and that's actually the perfect amount of color. That was like a fingernail's worth. It was very little. Again, it's kind of a choose your own adventure. This is more about technique and almost like an art project as opposed to a specific recipe. So with this, you want your melt and pour on the hotter side, the warmer side. You're going to want to spray your cavities with rubbing alcohol. Have your rubbing alcohol really close at hand, and then you kind of work quickly. So it's just a matter of getting into the corners of your little petals, and having the rubbing alcohol in there really helps with that. And then depending on how translucent you got or how much white is in there, you may end up actually scraping a little bit down so that these are a little thinner, so they look a little more, the petals look a little more translucent. It's really, again, it's kind of a choose your own adventure based on what you're kind of feeling. And of course, whatever you make is going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be soap. And everyone loves handmade soap. So now I'm going on to my second cavity. The rubbing alcohol has dried just a little, so things are not spreading quite as quickly. So I'm going to give it a quick squirt because I do want my rubbing alcohol to help all of these colors spread in the bottom of my succulent mold. one thing to note, and I think you can visually see it, but you want to make sure that you're going to be able to do the next color. So a little bit of purple or whatever color you decide, purple, blue, dark green, to do that next color. So you add that differentiation and kind of the subtle color shifts that succulent mold or the succulent plant really showcase in the wild. And we're not scenting this little bit because it's such a small amount that it doesn't need scenting. We're going to scent the big amount of the green in the base. And you'll notice we're going to end up with quite a lot of soap left. So again, make sure you have that other mold at the ready so that you can pour that extra in, because it's still a great bar of soap, or save it for another batch of something. Now we're going to work on our second color. And in this one, I'm just going to try a little bit of lavender color block and then the stormy blue from Bramble, just to kind of tone down that lavender and make it just a little more gray. I am a little concerned that this I'd already put too much in. We'll find out. Remember, you can put more in, you can't take it out. It's a pretty aggressive color, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to go with a little bit more blue and a little bit more clear. I'm going to try and tone this down, and if that doesn't tone it down, I'm going to end up with a little bit more white. And since we want this to be pretty warm when we're working with it, it's okay to have, it's okay to put this back in the microwave and reheat it. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. This looks a lot better, and the temperature's pretty good. I might not have time to fill all the cavities with the detail work, but I'm going to try. So spray with alcohol first, take your fresh dropper, fill it, and now what we're doing, these are accent colors again, so just very lightly on top of the pink, you're just kind of painting over it, and whatever you end up kind of maybe spilling or getting into the next cavity, you can always clean that up with a knife, or I have a kind of, this is like an old pottery or dental tool, so I use that to do a little bit of cleanup too. This is just our accent color. Then we'll probably do a little dark green. Those succulents in the wild have so many interesting types and variations of color on them. It's looking really pretty. And this is again why we're trying really hard to make sure on that first pink layer that you really are giving yourself enough timing and enough spacing so that you have enough room for the second accent layer color. So now it's alcohol time because we want everything to spread really well. And then we're going to keep working our layers. So now that we're done with our purple, put the rest of the soap in here. You can either rinse this out with like super hot water and reuse it again, or dispose of it. Either way, and then we're moving on to green. Our final color is the hydrated chrome green, and this has got a little bit of clear soap in there. I am really going to just kind of play with it down in the bottom area, but you could do another kind of third color on the petals to get even more color differentiation. And we don't really need a whole lot because this is just for detail work, and alcohol is going to be your friend here because those air bubbles really do like to form, and the alcohol breaks the surface tension of the air bubbles, and then there's no more little bubbles, which is nice. But remember, of course, this is just soap, and so nobody knows exactly what your final design was supposed to be. I'm seeing just a little bit of this purple got into this green area right here, so I'm just going to use this cleanup tool to kind of clean it up, and that'll give me a space to be able to drop some more green in there. Now it's time to make our base, and for this particular kind of translucent transparent, it's mostly clear, a little bit of white. The greenhouse fragrance does discolor to a very, very, very light tan. So I'm going to be using the Brambleberry Vanilla Color Stabilizer, which will make sure that this doesn't discolor a tan at all in the melt and pour. It's completely optional, but I'm going to just make sure that these stay perfectly green. First things first though, going to melt this down in the microwave. Now we have the melt and pour soap, which you can see is translucent and white, and melted down. And the way you use the vanilla color stabilizer, it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're using a tablespoon of the greenhouse, you use a tablespoon of this. So now I'm kind of trying to copy my green, right? And this is I'm using the Kermit green. I might toss a little bit of the hydrated green in. That's what I mean. It's just a total choose your own adventure. This is so perfect for anybody that is good at mixing colors or feeling a little adventurous or artistic or creative. I'm gonna try just a shaving of the Stormy Blue. I think that might take down a little bit of this brightness that I'm seeing with this Kermit Green, which is super cute, but not quite what I'm going for. So I just did a tiny little shaving of the Stormy Blue because it is such a vibrant, color intense color, like all the Brambleberry color blocks are. And I'm letting the heat of the soap just melt that shaving right down. And now we're getting a little bit less intense of a green. I might pour it and kind of see where I'm at and see if I like it. There's a difference between like this green here and this green here. I'm a lot closer to that light color, which is really what I'm trying to get here. So temperature wise, I'm about 131, 132 here, and I'm spraying with alcohol to make sure everything sticks. And then I'm gonna slowly pour in, and I'm gonna do a little bit here. The reason I like to kind of do half pours is because I really don't want the heat from that full soap to melt the first one. So it's probably a little silly, but I think that when this gets poured halfway, it stays a little bit cooler. And then we're gonna spray with rubbing alcohol. You'll notice I didn't fill all these to the top, and that's because they're just a little bit easier to get out when they're not full to the tippy top. So this one was made yesterday. You'll notice kind of different colors of green. Again, it's a choose your own adventure. And let's see how these layers stuck together. Just press gently down and carefully. You want to really kind of go slow because you don't want to rip the details off. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Now I wish I would have done more of a blue base. This is so pretty. This turned out so nice. Okay, well, I have high hopes. So pushing down slowly and gently. We don't want to rip any details off just in case. Oh, I love how these look. They're perfect for, well, spring, but really anytime. And they smell so good. I really love this scent. I hope you get a chance to try it. And there we go. These are ready to use right now, give away, sell. All you gotta do is wrap them up with a little bit of saran wrap, shrink wrap, put them in a plastic baggie. If you're in a really humid area, you might wanna let a fan run over these for like a few hours to help make sure there's no humidity that forms on your melt and pour soap. And if you make these, I would love to see them online. Please hashtag your creations Bramble on all the socials so we can see it, we can be inspired, and also our community of makers can be inspired. Until next time, everyone, happy soaping. Clapping, clapping, 1, 2, 3 is our sound adjusted. Clapping, clapping, 1, 2, 3 is our sound adjusted.
You've like hit all the points.
I did. I just did it all at once in a very big jumble. It just happened. I'll just breathe a little more. I'll breathe more.
This is great
I'll
for
breathe.
kids. Yeah, now maybe.
I'm just gonna do this so there's not any awkward unwrapping on camera. On ga. No cap on ga. I'm pretty proud of our color blocks. Hi, how's our sound?
You sound wonderful.
Do I sound wonderful? That is just wonderful. It makes me very, very, very happy about that. Because otherwise, it wouldn't have been a perfectly cylindrical, magical succulent. Okay, don't use that. That's the most stupid thing I've ever possibly said.
I'll put it in the outtakes, don't worry.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a cylindrical magical succulent. It would only be a regular succulent. Woo, we love to melt down in the microwave. A little bit of a...
Do you want to add your color?
Sure. I mean, if you want me to. All right, here we go again. I'm gonna make a pact. I'm not gonna complain to you. How about that?
No, hey, I mean, complain away. I just,
But then you give me practical advice.
You did right.